Hola, me llamo Joe y estamos a hablar de OS X El Capitan. Hi guys, I'm Joe, and today we're going to talk about OS X, whatever El Capitan means in English, and the other things that Apple announced at WWDC 2015. So let's get started. First off, El Capitan is the name of the new version of OS X. And before I rant about it, let me tell you a little bit about some of the features. When you wake the computer up, sometimes it's hard to find the mouse, they say. So if you wiggle the mouse a little bit, it becomes insanely huge so you can see it. Now, I get what they're doing with this, but this feels kind of stupid because on Windows, all you gotta do is push Control and circles will go to the mouse. So if you hit Control, circles will show up where the mouse appears. And I think newer versions of Windows have this on by default. Older versions don't, but it still has it. I think it's on by default nowadays though, but some other new features include the Spotlight search the revamped one that we saw introduced in OS X Yosemite last year, has been a bit revamped. It's still got all the functionality, but now you can move it around the screen. So if you're doing something that involves a lot of searching and it comes up right over your window, you can move it, no problem at all. And you can also resize it. So if there's a long article that comes up, you can just drag the window down and extend the height, and it won't be such a big deal. They've also finally stolen the snapping windows side by side from Windows. However, it's not nearly as intuitive. So the way to do it is there's the three traffic light buttons at the top left corner of all the windows in a Mac, and it's red, yellow, and green, and you click and hold on the green one, and then you drag it to the side that you want. Whereas on Windows, you can just drag the whole bar over to the left. And now in Windows 10, we'll be able to do one in each corner. So there's that. You can also resize the width between the two windows. So let's say you have Safari over here and Pages on the other side, and you want a little bit more room on Safari. You can grab the bar that's in the middle vertically and drag it to the right, and Safari will extend and Pages will shrink. Now, this is clearly inspired by Windows 8's functionality of this with the Metro apps, or the modern apps, I think they call them now. It's clearly where this was inspired from, and Windows 10 still has it too, but this is very obviously. So the snapping window side by side, it's obviously a poor version of Windows 7's style, where it was introduced, and this thing where you resize them, that is derived from Windows 8. 8.1 actually. So that's where those come from. And now let's talk about the name. El Capitan. What were they thinking? So if you watch my vlogs, then you've seen this and you know about this. But El Capitan. Okay. How do you come up with El Capitan? You know what they started when they realized that they were running out of big cats to use. So for the first 10 years, they were using big cats like tigers, lion, OS X tiger, OS X lion, mountain lion, leopard, snow leopard, all that stuff. And they were running out of big cats. Then they decided to name it after gorgeous scenery, or whatever they said. So that's where Mavericks came from, because it has to do with the ocean, because they're in California. So they have the big Pacific right there. Then they went Yosemite, which also makes sense because it's a beautiful national park. And then, like they always do, they told the BS story of where they sent a team out to hunt for a name, and they had some ideas and didn't do it, and didn't want to do that, blah, 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 blah. It's like, okay, first of all, you didn't send a team out. The most exploring they did was maybe on Google, okay? They didn't go travel. They sat down in a boardroom, and whoever was the least hungover was like, hey, let's do El Capitan. And then the half of the room that wasn't passed out was like, yeah, man, that's a good idea. Let's do El Capitan. That's splendid. I love that one. That one is astounding. OS 10 El Capitan, that just sounds powerful. That's all that happened. You didn't send a team out. They said that some guy said to some mythical dude named Ranjit or something, some wizardy name, I don't know what the name was, but told them to look within, and somehow they had a picture of this mysterious man, because why wouldn't you take a picture of a random guy that told you to look within? Yeah, I do that every day, right? And he told them to look within, and I don't know how they get El Capitan from to look within. It's so stupid. I cannot get over how stupid it is. And if you've been watching my daily vlogs, a few days ago, the day of the keynote, which was Monday, the 8th, I talked about this. Go ahead and watch that vlog if you want. I'll throw a link in the description, because I really rant about it there too. But it's so stupid, and this name and how stupid it is, this is why you don't hire illegals for this kind of work, ladies and gentlemen. Otherwise, they come up with stupid stuff like, ooh, let's call an operating system El Capitan. And I know El Capitan is a summit in California, and it's supposed to be beautiful, but you know what would have made more sense as a name? An English word for a mountain. Really. Like, maybe Everest. I know it's not in California, but they could have done that. They could have done Everest. They could have done some other Englishly named mountain summit in California. Or they could have even stretched out beyond California, and they could have called it Rushmore after Mount Rushmore. Guess what the default wallpaper could be there? Picture of Mount Rushmore. It's El Capitan. I know it makes sense, but to somebody who doesn't know that it's a summit in California, it's even stupider because it just sounds like you had a drunk Mexican name it. Alright, I'm done with my rant. Let's talk about iOS 9. So this is very not changed, hardly at all. And I will come up with a review of iOS 9 very soon, because I have the first beta installed on my phone. I've had it for almost a week now. I've had it since the day it was available. So I've been testing it out, and I'll give you guys my review of it very soon. And the things that are different, I'll just give you a quick overview, is the multitasking view is different. The search is not pulled down in the middle of any home screen anymore. Now it's back on the left like it used to be. And now there's all kinds of enhancements, like it'll give you your recent contacts, or your recent apps, or your frequent apps, and your recent places, or excuse me, nearby places, and all kinds of stuff like that that can help you out. So I kind of see what they're doing there, but it's a lot like the search in OS 10, but I really wish it was still pulled down, because that makes more sense. Also, the notification center is not grouped by app anymore, it's grouped by day. I think it should be by day and app. So today, you have these emails, you have these texts, you missed this call, you have this email, this notification from YouTube. That's how I think it should be. Control Center is no different whatsoever, and they have a few new features that haven't been working for me. I'm not sure if it's just because I don't have a newer phone, or it's because it's not available in this beta yet, because they do that all the time. They'll announce features that they're working on, but it's not in the betas yet. It'll be in a little bit later. So maybe that's what they're going to do. But one of those features is when you plug in your headphones, Now Playing will show up on your lock screen. That hasn't worked for me at all. I don't know if I'm missing something, if I forgot that there's something else I have to do to get that to work. I don't know, but the music app is also quite different. Now, the player is different. It looks quite different. I'll show you guys that in my video. But something I never thought they'd include is they have a queue, a playlist that will show up, and I really never thought they were going to do that. I really thought they would never do that on the phone. I really thought they never would, but they did it, and it was on my iOS 9 wish list. So now I have one less thing to talk about every year when I talk about what I want in the next version of OS 10, but of iOS. Alright guys, that's my time. I'll talk more about iOS 9 in my video in a couple days here. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this, click that like button and don't forget to subscribe to show your support. Anyways, thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in a few days. Peace. Mount Rushmore.
Have you used Denali yet?
What?
Denali.
No. They've used Mavericks, Yosemite, and El Capitan.
They should do Denali. It's Mount McKinley. Mount McKinley, but it's actually Denali.
Oh, okay.
It's cool. I had to research. El Capitan is actually a summit in California, so it does make somewhat sense. I just heard before you did that.
Well, they should have used an English word. Seriously, it sounds stupid. What version of OS 10 do you use? El Capitan.
Yeah, it is pretty stupid.
Yeah.
Why not Everest? Go completely different. Everyone
Or
knows Everest.
Rushmore or something.